thought and expression, tolerance, respect for diversity, dialogue, and social responsibility. The AUB class ring will remind you of the things you have learned at AUB, the teachers who inspired you, and the friends you made. We hope that this ring will prompt you to remember these foundational tenets and motivate you to promise to live up to them. By wearing a ring, we make a statement. We have a relationship. We are committed to one another. The ring is a symbol in every culture in the world. It is a circle. It has no beginning and no end. Through the years, AUB has been there for us. And all of you being here today, you are telling us that you are here for AUB. The relationship begins when we as alumni stay involved with our alma mater, when we become creative about this relationship. This very ring ceremony was suggested by you, the alumni. Last year, the programs committee started a first ring ceremony for the graduates of 2010. And upon your suggestion, here we are today celebrating the ring ceremony for the alumni. We would love to hear from each and every one of you. By telling us your suggestions and your ideas, we stay involved, and so much good can happen to all of us. YAUB is here to listen to you, and together we can make wonderful things happen. And at this point, it is my pleasure to welcome the President of the World Alumni Association of AUB, Ambassador Raquel.
President Norman, dear alumni, ladies and gentlemen, it's a great pleasure to welcome you to campus for your very special class reunion. In my many conversations with our fellow alumni, as YAUB's first president, I have heard often about how their appreciation for AUB has grown over the years. As this appreciation grows, so too does the bond we feel for our alma mater. The class ring symbolizes this bond, which we hope will continue to grow and enrich your lives. This relationship also enriches the university, which benefits enormously from its alumni who live and work in more than 62 countries around the world. Although we reintroduced the class reunion ceremony for graduating students in 2010, this is the first year that alumni celebrating their reunion have been given the opportunity to participate in the class ring ceremony. This is one of several programs and services that YAUB has introduced since it was established in 2007. We have also welcomed new alumni chapters, launched the online community, inaugurated regional meetings of alumni in North America and the Middle East, published a regular newsletter, and sponsored special events, such the panel discussion on social media that took place before a large and enthusiastic audience in West Palm in early May. AUB needs and wants a strong and dynamic alumni association. I believe strongly that those of us who have sat in its classrooms, tested hypotheses in its labs, researched ideas in its libraries, and forged long-life friendship on its campus are uniquely well placed to make an invaluable contribution to AUB. I am proud to report that many alumni, including so many of you who are in this room today, chose a long time ago to support AUB. This university is a richer place as a result. I hope you will all join the growing ranks and committed and enthusiastic members of YAUB. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Makari. No celebration at AUB is ever complete without hearing from its own president, Dr. Peter Bowman.
Thank you, Hannah, and thank you all for being here. It's a great pleasure to welcome our wonderful alumni and their families, some of the very young members of the family, all back here in Assembly Hall this morning. Today's class ring ceremony marks a real milestone in all of your lives. The day when you graduated and joined the ranks of a remarkable alumni community that spans the globe. Today is also a time when each of our returning alumni has been reflecting on so many things. On the student experiences that you enjoyed these many years ago, on the friendships that you forged at that time, on how much the campus has changed, or maybe has not changed since you graduated, and of course, all that you have accomplished since you left the campus as a newly minted graduate of AUB. As many of you know, AUB has recently introduced a modernized university seal and streamlined logos for the university and our great medical center as part of a broad campaign to extend our leadership role and our leadership presence in Lebanon and the region. The jagged edge of the red seal in our redesigned logo represents the sun rising behind the green cedar tree and signals our great expectations for the university and the medical center. It also signals our great expectations for our graduates. Expectations that, to judge by our returning alumni classes, are routinely and amply realized. One of the goals of this broad campaign is to highlight key elements that set AUB apart from other universities and medical centers in the region. One of those elements is you, our alumni. I have been at a number of universities, but I can think of no other university that owes more to its alumni. They are some of our most generous benefactors, our most persuasive ambassadors, our most reliable friends, and our most trusted advisors. Thanks to the efforts of the Worldwide Alumni Association, or AUB, our alumni have become more and more involved with their alma mater than at any other time in the university's history. And I hope very much that those of you who are not already active members of YAUB will join the thousands of others around the world who are. Your alma mater, AUB, wants and needs your support in the years to come. And we hope to see you back home on campus whenever you have the chance. So welcome back to AUB. I wish you a most enjoyable experience reuniting with classmates and meeting new friends. Thank you very much.
And one of these most shining examples of alumni of AUB who give back is Mr. Dr. He is probably no stranger to most of you. Last year, he generally hosted us, the alumni, at his farm in Beirut. He lives in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. He works as general manager at Riyadh Geotechnique and Foundations Company. In 1975, he created what would become a sizable geotechnical group of companies in the Gulf region that included a consulting, geotechnical, and environmental company, a site investigation and materials testing company, and ground engineering and piloting company. Dr. Tuma, as you most know, is an active alumnus in YAUB Riyadh chapter. He was also elected in 2010 to the Academy of Distinguished Graduates of the University of Texas. We would like to take this opportunity here this morning to congratulate Dr. Tuma, who has been elected by the alumni at large for the Raw AUB Council. The results of these elections will be announced during the first week of July. Dr. Tuma.
President Bowman, President McCallum, fellow alumni, ladies and gentlemen, we celebrate today the 50 years alumni reunion. I graduated 45 years ago in 1966, the year AUB celebrated its centenary. A memorable year for sure. But I can't believe it. Where did the time go? 45 years ago, we also celebrated the 100th Tarbush Day, a tradition that used to be upheld by the School of Engineering and Architecture. I stood on the steps of West Hall, reciting poetry, Zajr, lauding the virtuous and mighty engineers, and condemning arts and sciences to one infernal atrocity or another. Arts and sciences that year defeated engineering and football, and they deserved every condemnation. I tell you, I'd rather be that young man reciting poetry on the steps of West Hall than this old soul I am here preaching AUB values at the ring ceremony. In fact, I may have more things to tell arts and sciences, and I would have been delighted to turn this occasion into a Zajr recital, but I was afraid of disappointing President Dorman, who so graciously honored me by his task. So, fellow alumni, on the occasion of the ring ceremony, we renew our commitment to the ideas of AUB: freedom, freedom of thought, freedom of expression, respect for diversity, tolerance, dialogue, social responsibility, and above all, excellence in education and hard work ethics. I'm thankful every day for the time I have spent at AUB. The events of a lifetime all confirm how great AUB is and how valid are its ideas and its education. In my lifetime, I have seen the Berlin Wall go up, only to see it come down 3 decades later. There is no substitute to freedom and freedom of thought and freedom of expression. I have lived through decades of Lebanese conflict, only to see the warring factions exchange stances in almost a comical way. There is no substitute to dialogue. Violence is futile. I have lived through the assassination of Martin Luther King, and I have witnessed the election of Barack Obama to the White House. There is no substitute to the respect for diversity. There should be no room in this world for discrimination based on color, race, gender, or faith. I have lived through many Arab revolutions and listened to numerous slogans, but none more far-reaching than the shouts of the young men and women of the Facebook generation in Tahrir Square. The Egyptians wanted freedom, education, opportunity. AUB will do well almost everywhere in this region. We all have seen AUB graduates rise to be presidents of parties, mayors, ministers, prime ministers, social activists. The liberal education of AUB and the social interaction in the diverse mix on campus make an incredible incubator for ideas and nourish the spirit of leadership, social responsibility, and engagement. I have seen AUB graduates succeed everywhere they go, seen them stars at American universities, successful engineers, doctors, businessmen, scholars, all over the Arab world, all over the world indeed, testifying to the excellence of AUB education. So, fellow alumni, AUB values and education contribute to the welfare of Lebanon and the region. AUB has survived 145 years in an area torn by conflict and violence, only because AUB has been here for everyone, every faith and every political affiliation. AUB is a good cause, worthy of the support of its large and diverse multinational alumni. Going forward from here, AUB will have to survive against rising local and regional competition. AUB needs its alumni more than ever before. I also take this opportunity to make a call for AUB to press forward in the drive to become a research university and engage the alumni, the private sector, and entrepreneurial communities for ideas and partnerships. I believe it's now time for Lebanon to lead the region in the creation of knowledge. We need to be innovative to be able to compete in a global economy. As a research university, AUB can become an ideal partner to businesses in Lebanon and across the region. Some of the largest engineering companies and construction companies are based in Beirut. Our universities, our hospitals are the best in the region. Beirut is also home to many successful businesses, financial institutions, consultancies, so on and so forth. We alumni have a role in shaping these partnerships between the university and the businesses. I'll end by saying AUB must continue to lead in values, education, and innovation, so that our grandchildren and their grandchildren may have life and have it abundantly.
First of all, we have put the left hand across our chest, right hand up for the oath, and please repeat after me. With this ring, we salute you, our alma mater. We promise to be faithful and committed to our beloved AUB. Thank you. I would like to remind you that at the end of our ceremony, please proceed to the main gate. that we shall all meet for brunch at the AUD cafeteria. Before we end, we would like to stand up for the alma mater.